FM 101.9, we have moved over into the Music Hall. Mira Lee Kelly with you. And my guest today, born in Memphis, Tennessee, grew up right here in California, Ventura, California. After high school, she sang on tour with her dad, Johnny Cash. She studied acting in Hollywood, lived in London, released her first record in Germany, followed that with a whole bunch of chart-topping, smart, award-winning country records. And Bodies of Water is her first collection of short stories. That was just published. Book cover illustrations also done by the author. She is here today to play songs from her brand new album. Don't make me laugh, Nick. It's called 10-Song Demo, and welcome to the very talented Rosanne Cash.
Hello. Thank you.
Hi, and you're joined here today by John Leventhal.
John Leventhal, the inimitable.
I had no idea that you were this Renaissance woman.
I won't take up ballet this year, I don't think. But
and you play guitar, too.
Well, not very well.
Well, the two of you are playing today. You're going to start with a song from 10-Song Demo?
Sure, why not? Shall we start with Bells and Roses? This is Bells and Roses from 10-Song Demo. Everything was mine, but it's long stripped away. I stand here naked as the stars and silent as the grave. If you see who I really am, will you still want to stay? There's a danger in this love, and I want to be that brave. Bells and roses, wake up the senses to remind me who I am. Bells and roses, sign of survival on the door to this pain. Go in if you say I must, but I'd rather let it go. People I will never trust, things that I can't know. Kiss you till we turn to stone, I'll fight you till we're blind. But you love me when you're left alone, and it makes me wanna die. Bells and roses, wake up the senses to remind me who I am. Bells and roses, the gifts of the Spirit shall not be squandered on one man. Everything was mine, but it's long stripped away. Will you love me if I'm naked or I'm silent as a grave? You don't have to answer now, but you might learn to pray. I'll step down off this cross into a life that I can change. Bells and roses, fill up the silence and the place he once lay. Bells and roses, sign of survival and the price I had to pay. Bells and roses, bells and roses, bells and roses.
We are in the Music Hall this afternoon with Rosanne Cash and John Leventhal. I read that you said after releasing Interiors and The Wheel that people weren't really figuring out that you were changing, and that you can never control what people think about you.
Right. It's a good thing to learn.
That is a big lesson. It really is. I would think that as a songwriter, you can maybe try to make people change how they think about you.
Well, the music industry is funny in that way. You know, I had had a lot of success up to that point in the country marketplace, and when I gave them Interiors, they didn't really want it or get it, or so they, transferred me to the pop division. But I had this 12-year career kind of following me around. Like, it was hard to make the transition. The writing that I was doing wasn't fitting any format at that point.
So, commercial failure gave me a lot of liberation. It gave me a lot of freedom to think and write and figure out exactly what I wanted to do. So I feel great about the things that have happened.
So as hard as it is commercially, it can be artistically
Very
inspiring.
Yeah, really rewarding just to have the time to reflect and write and let go of old baggage.
That song that you just played, Bells and Roses, that sounds like it would be very much at home on the wheel. Now,
That's interesting. I hadn't thought of that.
To these ears.
Yeah, maybe so.
The new album, 10-song demo, can you explain for people who don't even know what a demo is, what that is and why that makes this album so different?
Well, I mean, demos can run the gamut from being just guitar and vocal to being very produced as a record and as complex and high-tech. These demos generally, what I think they mean is that they're just to show what the song is, that they're very spare production, really simple. Maybe you just wrote the song and you just put it down on tape. So that's what these demos were. John and I were putting them down in his home studio so that I could send to the record company and say, this is what I've written and what I'm going to record on my next record. Well, they got these, and Gary Gerst, the head of the company, said, I want to release them like this. I want to release these. So at first John and I were going, I don't know, it's pretty low tech. But I really got into the idea. It's very liberating, again, that word. But it is as close as we can get to the conception of what the songs are and the writing of the songs. And for instance, this song, Take My Body, it was really the first time I sang it after writing it. So there's something very pure about just how raw these are and how close to the bone they are.
And they're still pretty new, aren't they? I don't know
yeah.
if this is just artistic license, but on the little cover of the album it says 4/2/96. That's
the
month.
release date, right?
Oh, okay.
So they were recorded last summer. It is new. It is new.
Big duh on me. Well, I didn't know it was May today. Nick, your record label guy, called me up and said, we're coming over with Rosanne today. I said, no, you're not. She's not coming till May. So May 1st.
May of 97, maybe.
Right. Well, how about another song, Rosanne?
Sure. You'll have to excuse me. I have a bit of laryngitis, but we will try it. Something else from 10-Song Demo?
Yeah, why don't we do that, and then we can kind of compare and contrast.
Okay. All right. Let's do If I Were a Man, shall we? Healthy sense of irony for this one. If I were a man, I'd be so sweet. I'd give me everything I need. I'd be so glad to go this deep if I were a man. And if I were the moon, I'd hang so low, bring sweet love to all below. I wouldn't change and hurt you so if I were the moon. Well, it goes on and on forever, and there's just no way to know. I can change just like the weather. I'm a solid as a stone. If I were the wind, I'd blow out and shout. I'd clean our souls and bodies out, shake the memories from this house. If I were the wind, and if I were God, I guess I'd know. I guess my friends would tell me so. Oh, it'd be a heavy line to toe if I were God. Well, it goes on and on forever, and there's just no way to know. I can change just like the weather. I'm as solid as a stone. Well, it goes on and on forever, and there's just no way to know. I can change
just like the weather. I'm as solid as a stone. If I were a man, I'd be so sweet. I'd give me everything I need. I'd be so glad to go this deep. I'd change the way the whole world thinks. If I were a man, if I were a man.
We're in the music hall with Rosanne Cash, another song from the new album, 10-song demo. I want to ask you about, this is as raw as you can get how you're playing right now, and we were talking about the demo being a very raw moment, capturing a moment. That song, when you were writing it, John, can you do the little diddly-dee leads that you were doing during the song when you took little... Was that something that was running around your head, or was the lyric about if I could change the weather? Like, where does the song start?
Well, let me recall this. We were on the road. I was opening for Lyle Lovett. It was the summer he married Julia Roberts. There was total chaos and a media zoo everywhere we went. I was in the dressing room, and it was just bizarre scene going on. So I went and found an empty room, and I just sat down. I started going, if I were a man, I'd be so sweet. Also, I was mad at John because I didn't think he was treating me properly. So I was going, if I was a man, I'd be so sweet, And then irony took over, It's like, okay, if I were the moon, if I were God. And I don't know, that's where it began. That doodly-doo stuff.
No, you had that.
Did I have that?
Yeah, you twanger, you. Sure
I twanged that out?
So it was your doodly-doo, not his doodly-doo.
Yeah.
But that is what...
It's so simple, I mean.
But that is what you bring, John, to the songs, because you're a record producer. Do you hear other little ideas running around your head that...
I can't get rid of them.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're there. They're all the time. It's sick. Yeah.
He's a man possessed.
Well, even on these demos, we can hear your thoughts in there. John Leventhal and Rosanne Cash in the music hall with us, and we've been talking about the new songs. I thought it would be interesting to go back and hear an older song of yours. Maybe, just with our own instincts, we can listen and see if there's a difference.
Okay. This song is, I wrote this 17 years ago. So, that's quite a span of time. This, this song started out as a story, and I wrote about 5 or 6 pages, and I kept editing and editing and editing until it was a song. This is called 7-Year Ache. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Say nothing when you're feeling this way. The girls in the bars thinking, who is this guy? They don't think nothing when they're telling you lies. You look so careless when they're shooting that ball. Do you know heartaches are heroes when their pockets are full? Tell me you're trying to kill the 7-year ache. See what else your old heart can take. Boys say, some room, and the girls say, gotta hope he comes back soon. Everybody's talking, but you don't hear a thing. You're still uptown on downhill swing. Boulevard's empty, why don't you come around? Baby, what is so great about sleeping downtown? There's plenty of dives to be someone you're not. So you're looking for something you might have forgot. Don't bother calling, just say you're leaving alone. Says a fool on every corner when you're comes back soon.
Rosanne Cash with us in the music hall. Since we're kind of working in reverse here, let's keep going backwards. That was from your second album?
Yes.
And how long had it been that you were writing songs at that point?
5 years.
So after high school, we'll rewind some more. You went out on the road with your dad, Johnny
Yeah.
Cash. If your dad owned a furniture store, would it be expected that you follow in the footsteps?
Well, I don't know, expected. That was really a kid thing, you know, going out on the road with him. That wasn't a professional decision. I had just got out of high school. I wanted to travel. My dad traveled all the time. I mean, maybe if he had been, you know, a computer salesman or something, I would have gone with him too. And so I got to see the world and, you know, eat at a lot of nice restaurants. And it was really fun. It wasn't about profession. I was an 18-year-old kid.
Had you written songs or picked up a guitar at that point
I
in your life?
started at that point. I mean, I was fortunate to get to go out with him at a time when the Carter family and Carl Perkins were both on the road with him. So during long sessions in the backstage area, I learned how to play guitar from Carl Perkins and Mother Maybelle.
That would be the way to do it.
Yeah, and then started writing songs.
Rosanne Cash with us. I wanted to get to the root of that because in my introduction, I was saying how you're so talented in so many different ways. So you're the singer and the songwriter. You could have at 14 gone off and become a writer somewhere. You write songs. You just wrote a book called Bodies of Water, and that's available in bookstores now.
Yeah, it's a book of short stories about women's inner lives.
Well, I think if you like the wheel or interiors and you pick up that book, you'll definitely see some correlations and you'll know you're reading Rosanne Cash. It's been nice having you with us in the music
it's my
hall.
pleasure. Thank you for having us here.
Come back soon.